We had a really exciting Olympics. We were doing really well until the last day. We were leading the event by 20 points, which is pretty significant in sailing. And then we just had an absolute shocker. I'm Lisa Darmanin. I'm a sailor. I sail a mixed multi-hull, which is a hydrofoiling catamaran, and I sail with my cousin Jason. So Rio was the first Olympics with compulsory mixed gender. We knew when that was introduced that that was our destiny, and we thought we better work pretty hard to try win a gold medal in that. My position on the boat is actually more physical, so at the time that the boat was introduced to the Olympics, a lot of people said to me, "You're not tall enough, you're not strong enough, the guys are going to beat you, you should be doing the tactical side." But I knew that Jason had the natural flair for the tactics, so I was going to be the workhorse at the front. And I have really different ways of doing it than a 6-foot guy that I race against, but I still was persistent and learned how to get the job done. The story that I like to share is that you're not limited by what people say you can do, you're only limited by what you believe you can do. It was like an out-of-body experience. I remember kind of watching that race and thinking, who's sailing this boat? This is not Jason and I. And basically we dropped from 1st to 4th and then had to go into the medal race in 4th position. That medal race we sailed probably the best race of our lives, and I kind of remember not breathing the whole race and crossing the finish line. The person that was leading was behind and he overtook a boat on the last turn, which meant that we lost a gold medal by 1 point. It was our first Olympics, so to win a medal is pretty cool, but to miss out on your goal and a gold medal by just 1 point was really bittersweet. So we'd already decided that we wanted to go to Tokyo no matter what the result, but coming second definitely drives you harder to win that gold next time. You know, I have beautiful Sydney Harbour to sail on that's not really polluted, but there are these beautiful bays around the world that, you know, you look at them and the watercolour is brown with fluorescent wash, and that's not the way that water should be. And I have friends that have, you know, sailed around the world and in the middle of the ocean see islands of plastic. So we've just started an initiative like Sailors for the Sea, and at each event we have a beach cleanup. And a lot of the time we think, oh, this beach is really clean, it's not going to be much. And then we have bags and bags of rubbish. The most rewarding part of what I do is being able to share my story, and I think I kind of sometimes look at my medal and have a little chuckle because I don't really believe that that's me, an Olympian. But to be able to share my story with, you know, primary school kids, high school kids, and my story is not necessarily that everyone has to be an Olympian or an astronaut. The story that I like to share is that hard work beats talent when talent isn't willing to work. And you might see a twinkle in an eye or someone come up and say, I want to do this. And I think if you can make a difference of one kid in a room, like, that's an amazing thing. As elite athletes, we get the opportunity to spread messages through social media, which is really cool, or go talk to schools. But what I'm learning is there's so many causes out there that we can get behind as athletes, but you can't pick all of them. So I guess I like to get behind causes that are close to my heart. I'm not saying that I'm an expert on anything, but I think it's good to every little bit that you can do to raise awareness for someone or raise money for something is a pretty powerful thing. I love what I do, but sometimes I think maybe a normal life could be quite cool, but then you're sailing in an amazing destination and you're like, this is probably the best job in the world.